Okay, so when I'm warming up, I like to come in here and I'll have 6 bots, headshot only, and I'll work on my left hand at first. I'll do my little jiggle perking. I don't want, say this side because I can see that foot. Now this foot shouldn't be overexposed like this. Okay, here. This foot, let's say this line is the edge of the wall instead of here. There's no need for me to be out here like this. I could be here, and I only need to, if that's where I'm aiming, I only need to be out just enough to get that shot. That's more of the counter. More of my background is more competitive Counter-Strike and early Battlefield, where it was more tactical. There's no need to be coming out like this, and you might get 1 kill, maybe 2, but if there's more guys there, you're just going to overexpose yourself and die pretty quick. I play Shoot House 24/7 a lot. I practically play it 24/7, and the mistake I see is people running like this to one point and they're sliding around. You can surprise people, whatever, and you know that might work a little bit. But think of, when you're moving, think of to be more like a mouse, and a mouse will go, as hug corners and hug walls, and use everything that they have as a tool. Like every single bit of wall is part of your advantage. So if there's a guy running down that hallway, I can come out. Okay, this next point. There's 3 different ways that I peek. I can aim down sight and I can pie off the corner like that. Alright, and you can practice just doing that type of movement where you're strafing. I'm moving my left hand sideways like that, and as I come around I'm moving my right hand. So I'm checking off everything. So as I'm coming around, what I'm looking for is I'm checking in this corner here, next corner there, I'm looking up there as well. So you can get up there if you didn't know. And then I'm checking off all the different corners. So there. And obviously when you do that, there's no need to go from here to and then that whole area there. What I'll do is check here, the next corner, there. Alright, now the next way to do that is I can come out of the corner a bit faster by having my hip fire out like this, and then aiming down sight, like that. And that's just a bit more of a surprise way to shoot. Okay, now the other scenario, let's say there's multiple enemies here, or he's just seen you and you've backed off, you can come out already shooting. And that's surprising, like you'll win that gunfight, because they're there waiting for you, and like just camping with a shotty or something. And if that's all you got, or if they're even about to push you, you can get that off first, even with that hip fire like this. And yeah, don't come out point blank and start shooting. Start shooting before you even get to see them. That way, they could be prone, but at least if you're coming out anyway. Because obviously if you run away, they're probably going to chase you and shoot you in the back. So you might as well man up. Long range, faster long range, and then the pre-fire. The pre-fire is more for the point blank, like that scenario. The other thing is, I'll just suicide here and reload. Okay, now we'll go to these glass windows. So recoil control. Now, let's say this is the guy's chest, and there's his head. You might get a few shots on the chest, but if he's aiming for the head straight away, and that's a clever thing. You can practice doing that as well. Anyway, so that's the recoil pattern of this gun. Up and to the right, and then it almost like, you know, does a half circle, you know, a semicircle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down as I'm shooting, and then I've just got to figure out how much to pull down. So that looks a lot better than that. And all I'm doing is reverse of this. Okay. I don't use a controller, so I don't know how hard that is to do with a controller. But to me, if I come around a corner and that's a group of enemies here, I'm going to do this. Okay. If I was to not control that recoil and I come around the corner, like, that's very spread out and a lot harder to do. A lot harder to nail the headshots there. So yeah, I'm coming around the corner, I'm pulling down, trying to keep a nice tight spread on those guys that are all there, rather than not controlling the recoil. Okay. Not controlled. And that's the difference. So there's a certain point where you can do it, which is how many bullets. Alright, so the first 4 you could tap fire like that and try the recoil by which is how I used to do the M16 in Battlefield. You would just more of that kind of deal. So that's good long range. Let's try up here. But as you can see, it's still look, that's pretty on the money there. That was a bit messy.
No ammo.
That was terrible. Yeah, so this gun at range, the burst fire is better. Okay, so yeah, and then what I'll do is once I've practiced my jiggle peeking and with my left hand, I'll then start to incorporate my right hand and adding that recoil control, like I was saying, and I'm more trying to control that pattern and then aim with my strafing. Alright, so I'll show you on here. Yeah. So I'm aiming, actually over here. So let's say that jacket or that towel hanging on the wall. I'm not coming out standing still doing that. I'm controlling the recoil. Controlling the recoil and aiming with my left. So my left hand is doing a lot of the aiming, and that recoil pattern is getting controlled with my right. And if I've got multiple enemies that I'm going to go for more of that burst. Okay, and now I'll show you with the bots how I practice. Alright, so now I'm back in the main menu. So what you want to do is you want to go to multiplayer, custom game, game setup, You can have 6, say like I go 6 bots, but you might want to try a bigger map. Like this one's good to practice, you know, the verticality, so aiming up high, low, rather than just left and right. The other one that's good is speedball. It's a little bit bigger, again than showers, to a bit more movement. Showers is crazy. You just get so overpowered by everything. Or a shoot house if you want bigger again, but I'd probably suggest just less bots on speedball. Then you're not running around everywhere trying to find bots. Now the bot setup, you go 6 bots just to go full crazy. And believe me, in showers it's crazy. They'll throw gas and then flash every tactical at you, and as well as rushing you with shotguns and everything. It gets crazy. Game rules. So set that to unlimited. Number of lives unlimited. Now where is it? There's a I forget where it was, but you can have your spawn time delay. I don't recommend putting a time on because the bots actually sometimes are bulletproof because they spawn so quickly. A spawn protection delay it's called, wherever that is. So and then here you said it's a headshot only, and let me just show you what that's like. And a day like today, it's good for me to do that. I'm very tired. I've played till 3 in the morning. I can hardly get my words out. My voice is stuffed. And so this is crazy. Like you'll die off the bat. Like literally, you spawn, and most of the time, the start off it's alright. So yeah. So see here, I'm not trying to overexpose myself. I want to make sure that they're coming to me. And sort of, this is crazy. Like when I say you can't spawn sometimes. So practice. So him, I'm gonna make that guy come to me. Obviously, I'm getting blocked by someone else, but one-on-one. I thought there was a guy behind me. So now, overexposing. If I'm here, you can see all of me there, right? I just want it to basically be, if I can find that dude again. I'm very minimalist. This is what you want. Okay, so I wish they wouldn't use those tacticals, especially those ones where you think it's someone shooting behind you. And I don't know if I'm more tired from my late night last night. This is even more intense, but they don't usually rush you this much. This one just inconveniently seems even more cool. So yeah, see, so now I'm adding my right hand, and it's starting to warm up. I'm starting to feel my accuracy getting more aligned. Aiming for the headshots only. I'm still focusing on my left hand. And notice with that kill there, that was that one I was talking about with coming out like that. So that's the recoil control, pulling down. If I'd have just held the trigger, then that could have just gone anywhere. I was pulling down and I'm moving with my left hand while I'm doing that counter pattern with my right hand. All excuses under the sun. But it takes time. See, now I'm getting warmed up with that. So be the mouse. Oh no. Alright. Thanks for watching and let me know how you go. I hope this helps somebody. And yeah, just mix it up even if you know, it's good to play like that when the whole lobby is just bolting everywhere. You will have an advantage. So let me know and good luck.